What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I'm going to be talking specifically about the market for the Legends Once Upon a Time cards in College Football 25 Ultimate Team. Now, in this video, we're not going to just be focused on the top level cards. We're going to be talking about some of these budget options as well. What about a Ricky Williams? What about maybe if you want like a Reggie Wayne at the wide receiver position? What about a CJ Spiller type card? Mari Cooper, 89 overall. All of these things we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, as we do dive into that, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. It really does help me out, and I really do appreciate all of the recent support. So look, guys, as we do get more and more of these Legends cards, these Legends Once Upon a Time cards, these prices have absolutely tanked. Bosworth, when I made my video yesterday, was double the price he is now. Warren Sapp last night was 120. Now 69,000 coins. Julius Peppers was 90,000 to 100,000. Now 70,000. All of these cards have gotten way cheaper, and it is now a pretty solid time if you do want any of these guys to pick them up. Even if you do want to add like a guy like Reggie Wayne for 61,000 coins, I don't think that's a bad price at all. You can get one of the best quarterbacks in the game in Staubach for what? Less than 50,000 coins, 47,000 coins, who I think is an absolute beast. So no matter what overalls you guys personally are looking at, guys, there's an option for you. Now, Braxton Miller, look, I eventually do want to get Braxton Miller, but I don't want to pay as much as, he's going for right now. 1.6, it's a little steep for me and my personal liking, and so I'm going to continue to be pretty patient with Braxton Miller. But even a guy like this 90 overall CJ Spiller, guys, I'm hoping that later today, I can get him for right around 160. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that obviously is my goal, my hope. On the defensive side of the ball, Ed Reed, gonna try to pick him up today. 155 isn't a bad price, but I think his potential to go even cheaper is definitely there. Even Orakpo, one of the best ends in the game, he's gonna go way down throughout the course of today. There is one thing I've learned is be patient with the market. Don't think you need the cards right away. Even a guy like Braxton Miller. Again, eventually I do want to pick up Braxton Miller, but I need to be really patient with it. And for me, like a Julius Peppers, maybe want to add him back to the squad, but I want to do it for the price that I'm wanting to pay, not the price that he was going for last night. So those are just the things that are on my mind right now, even when it comes down to a Julius Peppers, when it comes down to even this Orakpo, even if at an 88 overall, I think this card is an absolute beast and could possibly make your specific squad. So that's where I'm at. It is important to note these Legends cards all do lock in for Desean Jackson next week. And it's the top of the card, so the Julius Peppers obviously 88. The Reggie Wayne you're gonna need the 90 overall, but that is important as well because we're not that far away for this Desean Jackson, right? Next week, I do believe is when this card is ultimately going to come out, and that's kind of exciting. Like even for me, it's pretty exciting that I'll be able to hopefully add him to my squad then and get another one of the best receivers in the entire game. But that is why that's why a lot of these cards aren't going down any cheaper in price. And that's why even today, I don't know for sure, what the exact prices are that I'm wanting to pay for these cards, but that's why you're not going to see these cards go down any cheaper, right? Even this Amari Cooper, I'm glad I've got him because you could see his price next week rise a crazy amount. You just don't really know. Like last year or last season when the Tim Tebow got released, a lot of these prices did end up going up next week. And so that's why I don't even know if we're going to see like a market crash with these Legends drops or these Legends cards come next week, because these cards could be pretty valuable, especially the ones that do lock in for the Desean Jackson. And so that's kind of another part of this too that I'm looking at right now is, sure, I want to get cards that I want for the price that I want. But in the back of my mind, it's some of these cards, you don't know exactly what their cheapest value is going to be, especially, with the Desean Jackson on deck. So that's something in the back of my mind, like especially with like a Julius Peppers, a Warren Sapp. Those are cards today that if I get them for their right price, I'll be willing to pay it because I do know to come next week, I don't know exactly what their price is going to look like. And they do lock in for Desean Jackson, who is an absolute beast on this game. So definitely think today is a day to pick up these Legends Once Upon a Time players for the price that you want to pay. Again, offensively, if you can get a Staubach for, I don't know, 45,000, boom. If you can get even this 88 CJ Spiller, he's an absolute beast of a card for 50,000 coins, boom. Get him, use him. He is going to be an absolute stud for you guys. Same thing with the 90-91s. For me, I really want this CJ Spiller, but I don't want to spend 190. I want him for like, I don't know, 160 to 170 is a price that I'm wanting to pay. Now, will I get him for that? I don't know, but that's all. That is my hope right now for CJ Spiller. And again, I do want Braxton Miller. I wouldn't mind picking Vernon Davis up again, but he is insanely expensive. But Ed Reed is another guy that I sold. Might want to pick back up. So for me, I'll probably pick up a lot of these Legends cards for a couple of reasons. Number one, I want to win in the gauntlet. Number two, I don't know if their prices are going to go down much more at all. Just, obviously, I'm not talking about the Orakpos or the Reggie Waynes. They'll go down. But I'm talking about like the Julius Peppers, the Warren Sapp. Because again, people next week are going to have to lock these cards in for Desean Jackson. And I feel like everybody wants those cards right away. We could see their prices rise a little bit when it does come that time. So just kind of something to note. Like if I can get a Julius Peppers for 65,000 coins, I am absolutely going to buy him. Because I do believe he's going to stay pretty firm right around that 80,000 price point. And guess what? I can use Julius Peppers. I absolutely love the card in the game. He's an absolute beast. But whether it's him, whether it's Warren Sapp, a lot of these cards, if I can get them for like a 65,000 price, I am not going to hesitate. We'll see where these prices do end up. I don't know. But they are cards that I ultimately do want on my squad anyways. And guess what? If I can end up selling them, making some profit, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever at all. A lot of people ask me, Ty, how do you make so many coins on the game? Well, honestly, truthfully, it's really from buying cards for low, selling them from higher, or selling them for higher. It's pretty basic, but that is really the truth on how I've made so many coins so far in this game. I do want to do a gameplay of Braxton Miller, so he's definitely on my radar to pick up. But at the end of the day, I don't want to overpay for him. I see quite a few Braxton Millers up, and I do think his price probably will go down throughout today. Ed Reed for 145. I just don't think I'm going to beat that. I'll pick him up for 145, and again, not think twice about it, because I do love Ed Reed, and I think he is going to be the best free safety in the game, at least for now, heading in to Gauntlet this weekend. So I'll probably be in a kind of spender's mindset today for a couple of reasons. Number one, I could see, some of these cards and their values going up, especially with the 88, 89s, cards that kind of aren't necessarily really hyped up right now, like a Julius Peppers, like a Warren Sapp. I could see their prices going up come next week when Desean Jackson becomes available to lock in. But it's bigger than that, as, look, I like these cards anyway, and they can play for me in the Gauntlet in Champs this weekend. So definitely, I would, with the Warren Sapps, with the Julius Peppers, be in a buyer's mindset, especially if you are wanting Desean Jackson. Don't wait till the last minute. Like now, again, I think is a solid day to buy him. Even like a Brian Bosworth. There hasn't been any up recently. But if I could find a Bosworth for, I don't know, and this isn't a bad price, but a little bit cheaper than that, I probably would pick him up. Same thing for like Staubach. Same thing for Ricky Williams. Just make sure you're getting the best card at the overall, because like if you have an 86 Ricky Williams, he's not going to be the lock-in for Desean Jackson. So just kind of make sure you guys know what you guys are doing if you are planning on getting Desean Jackson. Know what cards you do need to ultimately lock in. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm personally looking at. It is nice to know that, again, these cards should steadily go down throughout today in price. But Sunday is a buyer's market in general. Even if you don't look at the Legends Once Upon a Time set and you just look at the overall market, you're probably going to see a lot of these cards for decent values. Riley's still not a bad value. Romello Height, still not a bad value. Travis Hunter for $375, still not a bad value. Plus, again, if you have that homecoming boost, you get a big time boost on those other cards. Even like Jefferson has went way down in price. And so there are a lot of different cards that you could possibly look to add to your squad. It would not have to always be the new Legends card. So that's what to look at today. Hopefully I will have a Braxton Miller gameplay coming later today, but I'm not paying 1.7. If he comes down to like 1.5 million coins, I could possibly buy him for that. I wouldn't probably hesitate too much, but I don't want to overspend for Braxton Miller like I did for DeAnthony Thomas, and I definitely felt the impact on that. My coin count really did hurt after that. So that's what to know, what to look for. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.